Check it out now. Holy. Now, this one of them big Draco crash outs. I remember when Draco was crashing out against the Migos and Chris Brown, and he was pulling up to Bompton. This is one of them crash out moods that NBA Youngboy is currently on. He definitely got the award for biggest crash out. Now, if you guys don't know, NBA Youngboy is currently in crash out mode. And essentially, he's always been saying that, yo, the industry don't like him. But now he's naming names and he's doubling down on that assumption. Now, he made a song called F the Industry Part 2. That's on his latest project called Richest Op. And he's naming names, okay? And he's naming names of some very popular rappers. Now, he talked about Drake, he talked about J. Cole, he talked about J. Prince, and even Lil Yachty, okay? And also some sneaknesses about some stuff I won't mention, but if you know, you know. Anyway, let's go into some of these lyrics. He says, talk to Drake cross FaceTime, he wasn't feeling me. Told me that he fuck with Dirk, damn, that shit getting to me. Told me that he liked the shit that I'm doing, but he can't do shit with me. So when we cross our ways, fuck what you say, bitch, you my enemy. Now, whoa, Lee. Now, let me say this. First and foremost, I do think that if you're a rapper and you genuinely aren't like hella close, because most rap friends are fake, right? Shit, I just realized I thought me and Youngboy was friends. We just acquaintances. We were never friends. So essentially, you realize that people's association in this industry are just that, acquaintances. And if that's what it is, you shouldn't necessarily pick sides. It's okay to listen to NBA Youngboy and Lil Durk if y'all are acquaintances. Now, if you're one of them guys who's saying that's my brother and all that type of stuff and, oh, I ride for him, this, that, and third, now it gets a little dicey, especially if you are a street dude. Now, do we consider Drake to be a street dude? No, even though he kind of raps like he is these days. But Drake clearly is trying to, quote, unquote, pick a side, right? Because this is a little confusing. If you're saying that you rock with Dirk so heavy you won't do a song with Youngboy, why even keep it cordial to get on the phone with him and tell him that? But maybe that was his way of not getting dissed, which he just got dissed. Now, I would have said Drake should have just been neutral, but clearly him and Dirk must be mad cool. By the way, I also hear people saying, this is proof that Youngboy is being blackballed. No, this is proof that Youngboy needs to have friends. This is what proof is. Like, Lil Durk, even when he was like, out the industry for a while, because, if you don't remember back in 2014, he got dropped from Def Jam, he built up relationships with other rappers and friendships, and that helped him and helped him in his career later on. This whole antisocial talk to the wall, punch in the air, just because I'm on house arrest, I don't want to talk to none of y'all, fuck all y'all. That's not how you make friends, okay? You can't be mad that somebody doesn't want to do music with you because they don't know you. You don't talk to them ever, okay? So I understand that Drake should definitely supposedly be neutral, but I understand why Drake might be like, well, that guy's my friend. I don't know you, nigga. That's not being blackballed. That's just, hey, one guy knows how to keep friends. The other guy don't give a fuck about friends, but think he's entitled to get the same benefits like a friend. You think when Drake hops on a song with Dirk is just because he's trying to put Dirk on? No, he probably rocks with Dirk at some point. Drake don't need Youngboy nor Dirk. He don't need none of y'all. So you probably have to be somebody who he likes, okay? Whoop-de-doo. Now, do I disagree with Youngboy when he says, well, so when we cross ways, fuck what you say, bitch, you my enemy? He basically said Drake is his enemy. I kind of understand his thinking because I'm put myself in the mindset of NBA Youngboy. Hey, if you're telling me that you have to put yourself in alignment with my enemy, then by proxy, you're my enemy too. You're literally saying you can't even deal with me because you are dealing with my enemy. By that definition, you're right. Not only are you right with my enemy, you're pretty much my enemy as well. Okay? So I'm not mad at Youngboy saying that, even though that probably ends that potential relationship ever. And this is one of the things we're going to realize. Youngboy is quick to blow up a lot of relationships that the people who are in those relationships never were beefing with him in the first place. So you're dissing Drake. I get it. He's the whole pick and side shit. But you know what's going to end up happening? You and this nigga Dirk at one point is going to start ignoring each other or just move the hell on. But all these other people you dissed and told to suck your dick and you call him a bitch, they probably won't come back around. But again, Youngboy also says he don't really care about these relationships. So, okay, let's keep it going. Anyway, the next line he says is, Jay a hoe. That nigga played it cold. Like he was going to do a feature, so I texted his line, a muscle sign. I swear it's going to be nice to meet ya. Now who's he talking about? He's talking about J. Cole. He's saying that J. Cole acted like he was going to do a feature, and then basically he didn't do it. Now, let me tell you the story I heard, man. I heard that J. Cole waited in the goddamn studio for Youngboy for 8 hours. Youngboy didn't show up to the studio session. Basically told J. Cole, hey, listen, I wasn't in the right mental space to be in the studio session at that time, and it would have been fair for the music creation process, which, by the way, is a completely legit, reason not to go to the studio to make music. However, with all due respect, like, that's spitting in his face still. Like, you're wasting his time. And, a lot of times people don't realize that even though you probably made a solid decision by not coming in that studio with bad energy, you basically disrespected him by wasting his fucking time, right? And now that you wasted his time, if another opportunity comes up of y'all to make music, why would he do music with you? Like, he don't need you. Like, again, these are the conversations and that we have to think about. Drake don't need Youngboy. J. Cole don't need Youngboy. By the way, Youngboy don't need them either. But you could see why if somebody who mutually don't need each other is realizing that there might be disrespect from the opposite side, those relationships are going to remain deaded, okay? Now, he then goes on and he basically even talks about Lil Yachty. He says, play with me. Lil Yachty mad about JT. Then he calls him the F word. Don't know really what that's about because JT hasn't been with Yachty in a long time. They were rumored to be dating back in the day. Obviously, that's one of the reasons why Uzi dissed Yachty as well. But the only person we know to be with JT in the last long time is Uzi. So I don't know. Anyway, there was some more bars, and he even mentioned Jay Prince. He says, "Go ask Jay Prince. I'll kill your daddy, bitch. I ain't worried, nigga. Okay, I got Stunner with me, and bitch, I got a fee, and I got fee." That's to get the money with me, okay? That hitter came all the way from New Orleans. That split him in them apartments. So, Mr. Rap Boy, shit like that is what you got me as a target, okay? Don't forget it. I paid them young niggas. Word around, they claiming they gonna kill me. Okay. Now, he mentioned some street stuff. I want to talk about that. But he also mentioned Jay Prince, right? And clearly, him and Jay Prince have had this really, odd relationship, especially when I think the majority of people think that Jay Prince was either trying to kind of press him in a way or kind of force him to kind of bow down to his rule in Texas. And Youngboy just not that type of guy. So again, they stopped addressing this stuff publicly for a long time. I'm not too sure why he's bringing it back up now, but we will see. I'll definitely say in that situation, I kind of understood why Youngboy was pretty upset. Hey, it feels like it was an extortion attempt from the outside looking in. It felt like if you're going to make a public statement about getting me my keys back and my umbrella back or whatever from my car and whatever the hell, and you're going to say, oh, the guard was sleeping, seems like you know the people who did it. And if you know the people who did it and you're trying to act like the good Samaritan, like, hey, I'm returning your stuff, rather than helping me figure out who the hell did it and make sure those people get handled, I don't know if you're the person I want to trust. So I understood Youngboy in that situation. However, that's been long gone. By the way, we got to be honest. Youngboy been living in Utah for the last 2 years, bro. So, you know what I mean? Again, I don't know what's going on there, but probably some deeper street stuff that I've heard that I don't really care to repeat. Regardless, Youngboy's at it, man. I think this is what he does the best. When he's angry, he kind of gets on a track. He talks a lot of shit. I Hate Youngboy was an amazing track, if you ask me. And this track, is kind of banging too. He's kind of just getting everything out. I will just say, Youngboy, you're not blackballed. And the reason why all these people hate you is that you never, ever made it a thing to have real relationships with them in the first place. A lot of this industry is based off relationship. And if you don't talk to somebody, and I don't care how hot you get, not because, they eventually give you some props later, don't mean they want to do a song with you. You're not their friend, okay? You're not owed to be their friend. And you probably think the same too. So, you can frame it any type of way you want. But J. Cole, Drake, bro, you could have made an attempt to try to be these guys' friends a long time ago. You don't do that. So it is what it is. Fuck the Industry Part 2. What do you guys think about this whole thing? He's definitely going off. I think this is a good way to try to help the album kind of get some traction. Here's the problem, though, I think, with this. Most of the people he's responding to or he's dissing ain't going to respond to him. So, we'll see. Get a comment. You guys like them, subscribe. What do you think about this whole thing? Rate the song out of 10. What's your favorite line? And what do you think about this new Crash Out wave? It's more Akademiks. Get in the comment box.